On today's episode, we enjoy some delicious food as we sail into Glacier Bay, passing by the Margerie and Hopkins Glacier. This is some of the most beautiful scenery that I have ever seen and was a huge part of the itinerary for this sailing. I hope you enjoy this peaceful day in Glacier Bay. Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to the inlet of Glacier Bay. It's just a little after 7 here, and it is overcast and raining. Last night at the show, when the cruise director came out and kind of gave us the rundown of what was happening today, she said that roughly we would be to our first glacier by about 11, and then the second one to about 1:30. So we still got some time. We are just barely cruising through, but I just looked at the map and we are just about to the inlet for Glacier Bay. So we're doing it. We have made it to Czar's Palace this morning, and we are gonna get a quick bite to eat. We like we said, we want to spend as much time as we can out on the balcony. Menu's pretty much this. It's a pretty static menu, save for the daily features. We got an egg and avocado wrap, and biscuits and gravy are the new things for the day. So definitely going to try that biscuits and gravy. But of course, don't forget emergency rations of coffee creamer. I'm going to get the pancakes, and we'll split some. And then I'm also going to do biscuits and gravy. And then if I could also have some over easy eggs with a side of bacon and pork sausage links. Thank you. Well, breakfast was delicious as usual. We came back to the room. We are getting ready to check out some glaciers. We are in Glacier Bay officially. It has been very cloudy, foggy, and rainy, but I see some blue skies on the horizon. So hopefully as the sun comes out, we burn off some of this fog, cleared out just enough. I think I saw a whale off in the distance. Just a little puff, no tail or nothing, but and I tried to capture it, but I think I missed it. But we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. The goal for today is to stand right here and see some glaciers and hopefully some whales. So, we will see if we accomplish that. I just have to say, sitting on the balcony, watching these beautiful mountains go by, in and out of the fog, the chill in the air, the nature and wildlife that you could see from the shoreline, there was something mysterious and magical about this place. There was so much vibrancy and life in such a remote location. The goats climbing the mountainside way up high. All these giant waterfalls raining down the mountainside. It's absolutely wonderful. We passed by sea otters and seals playing in the frigid water, darting in between the floating pieces of ice, as we sail in the shadow of these beautiful mountains. As we approached the Margerie Glacier, the captain slowed down and started to slowly turn all the way around in a 360 so that everyone on decks, on their balconies, etc., could get a great glimpse of this absolutely beautiful glacier. This is the first time I've ever seen one in real life, and it was massive. And I'll admit, it was pretty awesome. So we have left the safety of our balcony to come down to the promenade to go to Starbucks and get a warm beverage for my wife. I will have a cold beverage because I don't like hot drinks. Decided to step out here on the starboard side, so we are port side on our balcony. So came out on the starboard side, see if there's anything here. It looks like it's starting to rain and the fog is rolling in, so not much going on here. We'll probably grab our drinks and head back to the room. So apparently they can't make a Frappuccino because we're in Glacier Bay National Park, which means they can't use any plastic. Which is whatever, that's fine.
Well, and I think they should be able to put the Frappuccino into...
Can you just put the Frappuccino in a paper cup? I mean, I don't know.
But either way.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't need it. I don't need it. So it's okay. I'll be fine without it. So. Alright, back to the room.
Okay.
Well, we have made it here to Tsar's Palace for lunch. They're only open from like 12 to 1:30. They only do that on like C days. It does have a little special menu here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that up here so you can see it. It is the same menu, I believe, that we had Embarkation Day, which is really good. So the Philly cheesesteak, which I've had before, which is very good. So definitely going to probably get that among a few other things here. We do have the Brazilian steakhouse tonight, so I don't want to go too hard because I definitely want to go hard there. So I missed it because I wasn't recording, but the guy walked up with the water and he poured the water in our glass, and I was like, "Oh, did you get this from outside?" Because literally the glacier's right there, and he laughed and I laughed, and then I was like, "Ah, I wish I was recording that." I'm going to start with the tomato soup and the wedge salad. Yeah, and then I'll do the Philly cheesesteak as well, and the chicken quesadilla. And then I would like to do the Basque cake. Thank you.
So I'll just repeat it.
Well, lunch was delicious as per usual, but we are approaching the John Hopkins Glacier, so we wanted to get back to the room to kind of spot that from here because we are coming up on it, and it is going to be right in front of our balcony.
This is the whole reason we got a balcony to begin with.
Yeah, so
we'll see after this. Rob is trying to convince me to do the polar plunge, which
I'm not trying to convince her at all. Well, she says that she wants to do it, and I'm like, okay, then do it, because I know you're not going to. And she's like, oh, I might do it, and I'm like, okay, I 100% know you're not going to.
There's been bets. Foot massages are up for grabs if I do this, so we'll see if I chicken out.
She's gonna chicken out.
Shh.
And now we are back on our balcony heading to the John Hopkins Glacier. So unfortunately, the captain spun the ship around in the opposite direction of our cabin. So we did not get to see the glacier from our balcony. So I ended up walking down to the promenade and going out on the back of the ship. Thankfully, there is an exterior deck that goes all the way around the aft of the ship so that I could get these awesome shots of this massive glacier. Honestly, it's just awe-inspiring to see the size of these glaciers, and knowing full well that at one point they were much, much larger. Well, as we sailed out of Glacier Bay, again absolutely dwarfed by these snow-covered mountains, watching these massive, massive waterfalls cascading down the side of these rock giants was honestly really, really cool. Of course, we saw tons of more wildlife. It was quite the adventure. Now, during our time in the Glacier Bay National Park, they actually had quite a few park rangers on our ships, giving us so much information. They were holding talks, they were doing seminars, and here you can see them leaving our ship They pretty much rode with us all day long. They were a great asset to have for anyone that had any questions. And that was our time in Glacier Bay. I think it's an absolute must-do.
Well, the evening is upon us. We are about to take Madison to the kids club for a little bit of an adventure time there, and then Katie and I are going to go on a date to Moderno Churrasco.
This is the specialty Brazilian steakhouse on board. I've never been, so super excited to try it.
I went on the breakaway for the Vlogger Extravaganza, and it was absolutely awesome. So I am super excited to go, but this is going to be a no camera zone. We are going to go on a date. No cameras, just my wife and I. So we will pick you guys up after the most delicious of feast.
Till it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice.
Dinner was absolutely delicious. We had a wonderful date night. So we picked up Madison from Splash Academy. She was decked out with skull and crossbones for pirate night, and she had a balloon sword, which was pretty cool. And we went to the Stardust Theater for the show, which was Duo Sweet Serendipity Synergy. So it was an acrobatic couple. They did a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, talk about muscles and power. The stuff that they were doing, I wish I could film it so you could see some of it, so you could really be like, oh my God, I want to go see that. I have such a hard time when people don't want you to film, because then less people see more of the thing. Like, you think, oh, it's going to ruin the magic or whatever. It's just, I don't know. But it was a really, really, really good show. But it is now at 10:25. It is way past Madison, my and Mommy's bedtime. So we are going to go to bed. Tomorrow we are in Skagway the entire day. I think we get in like 7 or 8, and we leave at like 7 or 8. So we have nothing planned. So we're just going to wing it and see what happens. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Glacier Bay was awesome. Moderno, the Brazilian steakhouse, was delicious, and I am full of meat and ready to go to bed. So I'm Rob with Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
If you like this video and want to see more, please head on over to the channel and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, ring that little bell. We upload new videos every week.